obviously, there's a lot of people talking about what's happening in Washington, D.C. You've got this federal judge tomorrow having a hearing to see whether the Trump administration has a legal basis for issuing the voluntary resignation program for these federal employees, and then the short notice considered by some with which they were told about get back to work or voluntarily resign. So what is the talk from what you've been hearing in Washington, D.C. about this get back to work order?
So obviously there's an enormous number of federal workers in DC and the surrounding area. So it's a very big local news topic here as well as a national news topic. A lot of federal workers uncertain, perhaps tempted by the overall terms of the buyout, which would give them money until the end of September, excuse me, even though they would not be expected to work. Against that, a lot of people doubtful or skeptical about whether that deal will actually be delivered upon from the administration side amid all of these legal challenges. I don't want to get too deep into the weeds of the legal challenge, but basically the argument from the unions is that the president has to spend money in accordance with Congress's wishes. And Congress has either mandated that programs be carried out, maybe that will be difficult with fewer staff, or relatedly, Congress has only appropriated money until March, and here we have the administration promising payments through the end of September. So that's where the debate is.
Which is interesting. Since you brought up the word weeds, is this whole process a way to weed out? Is it being seen as a loyalty test for President Trump, or is it more a culture shift because you've got all those empty buildings in Washington, D.C. and nobody there?
So I hate to sit on the fence with any question that you ask, but it is a combination of both, actually. I mean, I think that there is a suspicion among some that if you put your name down for the buyout, that would then signal to the administration that you're not that committed, and perhaps if they are going to do forced redundancies or essentially lay people off, you would be higher up on that list. On the other hand, there is obviously a temptation to take it because the terms are relatively generous, and it's no surprise or secret whatsoever that both President Trump and Elon Musk were, well, in President Trump's case, elected on the basis that they were going to try to reform the federal government in a significant way.
Which would kind of counter anybody's argument, including his labor unions, that they were given short notice, because it was kind of talked about over and over for months because he was campaigning on it. Just saying.
Yes, I think they would say in terms of the specifics, it's the very short window for workers to decide whether to take it or not. But I take your point. Okay.
Always. That's why I like talking to you, Niall. Thank you so much. Enjoy the big game.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.